guys, welcome back to The Horror with your hostess with the most, Bell. As always, welcome back. So as I promised, we are talking about Creep 2. Yes, I watched Creep 2 I almost said lasterday. We're gonna say it lasterday. We're gonna make that a thing. No, I did watch this yesterday. I watched the first Creep on Saturday. That was, I think, like the second or so movie that I watched for the season. Creep 2 made it in my second day of binge watching yesterday, as I said, on Sunday. And I was really kind of looking forward to this because, I did watch Creep for the first time, as I said in my review video, and even in my binge watch video. Really was like impressed with it. I regret that it took me so long to see the first Creep movie. It just, like I said, I kept putting it off. Kind of same thing with Creep 2. I know it's still a little bit fairly more recent, within the last year or so, you guys. I mean, I'll double check the date on that when I do my little cards and stuff, but yeah, and a lot of people were really talking up the second Creep movie, and rightfully so. Even as I had posted it that I was watching the second Creep movie, Jen over at Jen's Reviews from the Grave actually had commented saying something along the lines of that she felt like it was almost a little bit better than the first one, and I have to agree, which is very hard to do. It's very hard to have a sequel that, is just as good, if not better, than the first one. Now, I'm not saying, the first one is, trash compared to the second one. But I do have to definitely kind of agree with Jen, in a lot of ways with the second Creep movie because, they did do, some, different stuff and everything. I like the different angles. Easily they could have literally done, the exact same thing. Obviously there's some similarities, but for the tight little restraints that they had to try and keep it a Creep movie, they did a really excellent job. This one, what we have is a YouTuber who, she's trying to do her own little series and stuff on her own little YouTube channel and stuff, and she's just not having any success in it and everything. She just kind of keeps finding all these weirdos and everything, and then what do you know? She finds herself a creeper. But no, this guy from the first movie, kind of extends an invitation for her to come kind of record him and stuff and whatnot, just to do a little bit. Offers her I think $1,000 or something for 8 hours of work and stuff, which is damn, dude, I'd be doing that for $1,000. But I'm bringing my crew. I'm just saying. And this one, I like our female protagonist in this one. She is just kind of her own gal, her own strong-willed person and everything, very much anti-girl and everything. I love that about her, and she's not letting this guy scare her at all. She even kind of tells him I really don't scare easily, and he tries to scare her, and she's just no reaction. She's like, okay, are we gonna shoot? Are we gonna go and do this now? Just so deadpan about it, and the guy's kind of whoa, I can't break her. And I like that because, as I was kind of seeing in my Creep video review, the first one, I like that they kind of set this up where you're kind of in your mind trying to figure out what's going on, and you're kind of wait, are they going to do this? Or ooh, is this going to happen? This one was much, much more, which I like that. It was a lot more of me kind of going ooh, wait a second. Is this going to be the one where he really kind of meets his match and, she's going to end up being, the actual creep in, setting him up type of thing. So it was things like that I really liked. And I see where Jen said kind of the comment of she felt the first, or this one was better than the first one. I kind of do agree. I enjoyed this one a lot more than the first one. I mean, I really did like the first one. I'm not saying it was a bad movie at all, you guys. I don't want you to think that. Both of them are really, really excellent. But yeah, it's just little things like that. And then you kind of realize too, because this girl, she's trying to get through to him. She feels he's gonna be a really good subject for her to maybe actually find her groove for her little series that she was about to just abandon and give up on, but she sees something in this guy of like, okay, he's interesting, I've got something here, I'm gonna try and run with it. And she starts to think like, okay, there's different tactics that I need to try and do to get him to kind of open up to me, almost using some psychology on him to have him open up to her and get more material on this guy. So it's little things like that. Like I said, I like this girl, this character, because she's smart. She's not a dumb character like you'd see in a lot of like slasher movies and stuff. Like, she uses her brains, very smart, very sophisticated and stuff, a little offbeat and everything. So I like that. I like her, and I like her purple hair. I'm just saying, kind of matches my lips. Anyway, but no, it's a superb movie, and like I said, it's very hard to have a sequel that is at least on the same level as the original movie and everything. So this is definitely one you guys, you gotta check out. Like I said in my in the first Creep review, you know, I know there's been a few found footage type movies that I have recommended to you guys. If nothing else, if you don't check any of those out, definitely check out the Creep movies. It is really excellent. Towards the end, I want to talk about the end, but I don't want to spoil it, but I will leave you with this. You know, at the end, you know, you will be kind of like, ooh, and, you know, I kind of figured, something like that was going to happen, because obviously we have a third Creep movie, but with, for a second there, before the end, we kind of think, you kind of could almost be led to think that the series could be following a different character, but I mean, I'll leave it at that. I know that might be kind of a spoiler, but I don't want to tell you guys exactly what happens at the end, because it is good, you guys. Check it out. Let me know what you guys think of the two Creep movies. Till next time, guys, as always, stay creepy, classy, and a little bit sassy.